hero goes and tries to find out. I'm like, oh, fuck that. No, nuke it from orbit.
Right, and that's what they did. They just nuked everything from orbit. I actually just finished reading another Traveler book, The Wagner Incident, and that's a really good book, too. I highly recommend it. Especially if you like indirect fire through artillery. So, let's see here. We are down to only 2 players, but that is... I actually have a plan for this. So, welcome...
It's called Roll Up New Characters, because we're going to die.
No, I have a better plan for it than that. And I'm going to... Since this is the second time that this has happened, until we can get some more players, which I am working on, I am going to come up with some companions for you, followers, that in a case like this, you can have your followers come out and assist you, which, could mean that each of you will get 2 or 3 turns, but that's okay. We can get through, a number of things. And that's kind of the route that I'm going to go later here, and you'll see how that works. But I'll do something more permanent in the very near future. But welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden. We will be picking up where we left off 2 weeks ago, due to my outage due to being at PDX land. Before we get started, I would like to thank the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. The first on my list is the Speechless Bard. She and her husband make beautiful leather products for your tabletop role-playing games. Such as she has a dice rolling mat that when you roll it up, it looks like a spell scroll. She has dice bracelets where they're leather bracelets with cutouts of the dice in multiple colors, if you like to show off your geekiness. She does absolutely amazing work. She's incredibly talented, does everything by hand, and can customize it to your liking. If you're going to order, make sure you give yourself a little bit of time because she is in the UK, so it takes a little bit for it to get over here. If you're looking for purchasing something as a Christmas present with the current shipping crisis, I don't know that that's even feasible, but you can certainly try. And, I hope you get it before June. The next on the list is the Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes beard products such as oils, butters, balms, and co-wash. They have a full line of eco-friendly, aluminum-free deodorant, and they have a line of spray-on colognes. And each of their scent profiles is a different fantasy character. Tonight, I am wearing the Hero Beard Oil, which smells of rich cologne and warm amber. But I'm sure that they have a scent profile that is good for you. If you are a first-time purchaser, they have a buy one, get one free option. Just go to fablebeardco.com. Fill out the information to log in, and when you put 2 beard oils into your cart, you can use the code FIRST in all capital letters, and it will discount the second one to free. So, if you are a fan of Traveler or sci-fi in general, on our Wednesday nights, we have a Traveler Pirates of Drinax game. If you like that, click on that link down there, and you should be taken to our website via Obsidian Portal. The adventure log on the site is written in the manner of news blurbs that will detail what these dastardly fiends, anti-heroes, are up to as they move their way across the Trojan Reach. Give us a fan like, and we hope you enjoy the content. Where we left off... I need to look at this real quick. So where we left off, you are in what can be described as a war room. There was a granite table, and the table is etched to look like a map of the 10 towns. And cut into the table are grooves. And there is a wire piece that comes up out of one of the grooves, and it is capped with a dragon figurine. And when a lever is pulled underneath the table, the dragon then moves along these grooves, and you determined that this shows you the flight path of the Xardoroc dragon that you witnessed escaping when you came into the Sunblight Fortress. You also know that right here is a secret door. And there are some double doors leading to the north. Now, you figured out that the dragon figurine on top of this little piece of wire that goes around the grooves is actually made of Xardoroc. And you know that, in most cases, being in contact with Xardoroc for more than an hour can cause you to have... it can cause you to gain a permanent form of madness. So whether or not you want to take any, that's up to you, but you're aware of the dangers.
Yeah. I think we were trying to be all smart, and then at the end we said, screw smart, smash the crap out of it.
Right, and then you smash the table. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you at least now know the path that the dragon is taking, and just as a reminder, this is the path that was shown on the map.
Yeah. Dugan's Hole is going to be even more aptly named in a short period of time.
Right. Yeah, Dugan's Hole's not that big to begin with, so...
and it'll be a hole.
It's going to be a hole, yeah. The smoldering crater. So, like I said, there are a set of double doors to the north.
Well, what do you think, Sam? Shall we listen at the door and open it and go through?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that sounds like, the standard operating procedure.
Okay. So you listen at the doors. Neither one of you hears anything on the other side.
All right. Well, I'm old, so, my life has less meaning, so I'll open the door.
Okay. I like how Sam gets way back. So you open these double doors. Braziers heaped with glowing hot coals heat this chamber, which contains a large stone bed covered with soot-stained furs. It's headed against the north wall. In a shallow niche above the bed is a bas-relief of a giant, scowling Duergar clenching its teeth. At the foot of the bed is a flat-topped iron trunk sealed with a bulky padlock. A stone door is set into the western wall. And you see that there is a door here leading to the west.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll quietly move up to that door and do the listen thing again.
And you don't hear anything.
And I will look to Sam, nod, and then open the door.
Okay. So this looks like this room was originally designed to be some kind of closet, but it has been converted into a shrine. A shelf is embedded in the south wall, and it holds a 2-foot-tall statuette made of Xardoroc. Make a religion check.
Yeah, that's not my strong suit.
Well,
Sam, what do you make of this?
Yeah, Sam, you can take a look and try making a religion check as well if you'd like.
I probably won't get any better, but 10.
Now, you can determine that it looks like the Xardoroc statue has been carved to kind of look like a female dwarf, but you're not positive. You're not sure. It looks like a nude female dwarf. It has no facial features, and it is wearing a spiked crown atop her bald head. Stacked on smaller shelves around the statuette are 7 mind flare skulls.
Ooh, real skulls, huh?
Yes. Both of you make a perception check.
I think I burned up all my good rolls last time we played.
19.
So, Sam, on a 19, you find that there is a small indentation at the base of the statue, and there is a key inside.
Uh-huh. Good find. We might have missed it in all the dust when we shattered the living crap out of it. Because it's Charlotte, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam, are you taking the key?
Oh yeah, we take that key. Yeah.
Okay. So which one of you is taking the key?
That's what I was trying to think.
Turpin will take the key.
Okay. Turpin, you need to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
That doesn't make it.
No, that does not. Right. Yeah, I guess that's right. Sorry, my dice are out of their normal place, and I'm like, wait, is that right? What dice am I grabbing here? Let's see here. So, Turpin, you take 23 points of psychic damage.
Ah! I grab my head.
And with the psychic damage comes a terrible sensation of having one's brain devoured by an illithid. And after a short, few microseconds, the sensation goes away and you're fine.
Another one of those will kill me. I think last time I felt that bad, I had a brain aneurysm, and the clerics charged me 300 gold pieces to fix it. I was twitching for days.
They weren't really clerics. They were hags with a sewing needle.
Yeah, I don't know how modern illnesses play out in a D&D world, If you get Bell's palsy, can you just go to the temple and fix it, or,
Right, yeah. I mean, I would think that with cure wounds and healing, most of the diseases wouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you burst an aneurysm in your brain and you have a stroke or something, it's like, as long as you're not dead, well, heck, even if you're dead and you got enough money.
Well, and I mean, even if you're old and you die of old age, your friends could pay somebody to have you reincarnated. So you would reincarnate into a new body, which would possibly a new race, possibly a new class, but you're younger and you're alive. So
and you remember where you buried all your loot.
Right.
It's like, okay, now that we've resurrected you, tell us where the loot is.
Right. Yeah. So you've got this key. There's nothing else in here. In the bedroom at the foot of this stone bed covered in soot-covered furs is this iron trunk.
Well, screw this anymore. I'm using my telekinesis to move the blankets and stuff off of that soot-covered bed, and we're checking out all this other crap, and the key is on the floor after my brain exploded.
Okay.
I'll use, once we kind of shuffle everything around and search this place without touching any frickin' thing, because I'll poke my telekinetic fingers in the eyes of the Duergar's carving on the wall, and we'll search this area, and then I'll use my TK to stab the key in the lock and tell Sam, Get ready.
So in your investigation of the room, you don't find anything else aside from this iron trunk, but you do determine that the iron trunk is actually bolted to the floor.
Okay. And I'm done being stupid, so Sarah is out watching to see if anything sneaks up behind us.
So you're using telekinesis to turn the key and lock? Is that?
Yeah, and I'm not standing. Actually, I'm gonna get way the hell over here and out of the direct line of fire. I want half cover, or how about 3/4 cover? I'll just look barely around the corner and turn the key.
Okay, so you turn the key. The padlock opens. This big clunky padlock unlocks and falls to the floor, and the trunk is unlocked.
And I will use my telekinesis, assuming it's strong enough, to lift the lid of the chest.
So
still hiding and cowering behind the wall.
So Sam, you're still in the room. You can see that this trunk, it appears, is full of personal possessions. It contains a pair of dwarven sandals carved out of obsidian. They're worth 250 gold pieces. There's a quilted smoking jacket sized for a dwarf and sewn with 50 gemstones worth 500 gold pieces. A malachite beard comb with 7 red garnets is worth 750 gold pieces. There's under all of this, you see that there is a hookah made of platinum with a star sapphire worth 2,500 gold pieces. And at the very bottom, a rolled up leather scroll.
I'm going to ask Turpin if he wants to pick this stuff up with his magical...
Oh, heck yeah. This is all being... Yeah, once nothing blows up, I'll walk over so I can see it, because Sam's eyes are all bugging out, and I'll look down in it, and then, again, still staying back and getting ready to jump if it blows up. Lift the things out.
So you're lifting all this stuff out. The last thing in the chest is this rolled up leather scroll.
Yeah. So
you lift that out, and a spring mechanism at the bottom of the chest clicks and turns, and a cloud of gas releases into the room. Sam and Turpin make DC 14 Constitution saving throws.
All right, I'm going to use my guidance because I was prepped for
You
this.
were prepped, yes.
And you said Constitution?
Correct.
What's the nat one get me?
Oh, shit.
Amazing stuff, probably. I'm going to win.
Wow. Okay.
16 for Turpin.
So Turpin succeeds.
I mean, that's me throwing my fragile, frail old body out the door into here and rolling away.
Right.
I'm shorter, so it's probably concentrated close to the ground, so I'm taking it a bit worse.
So, Sam, you take 24 points of poison damage.
Tasty.
And Turpin, you take 12. And this cloud of gas is hanging in this room.
Yeah, I'm out of that room, but I'll provide 10 pounds of force on the back of Sam to help him run as fast as possible to get the heck out.
Okay, so Sam, are you running out? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
So you run back.
The door shut.
Yeah, you run back into the war room and shut the doors. And there's really a distinct lack of airflow in this entire fortress. So this gas is just hanging in this bedroom. But unrolling this leather scroll, you see that there are a set of numbers written on it. And the numbers, I'm going to type them out. They look like this. Oops.
I don't suppose I could cast mending on my lungs.
No.
Dang.
We have plenty of potions, but they cost a pretty penny. However, we just racked up a ton of loot.
More than a pretty penny.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like somebody left their social security number printed on a piece of leather. We can steal his identity.
So those are the numbers that are all put on there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 3-digit numbers.
All right. I'm going to recall the destroyed map of the Dragon's Flight.
Okay.
And were there any indications on that of coordinates or numbers or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Well, Sam, have you seen anything with numbers between 1 and 9?
I don't think so.
Well, there's 8 of them. Let's see. They don't look like GPS coordinates, and those things haven't even been invented yet. If that's the measurements of his ideal playmate of the year or something like that, then screw that guy.
Yeah, there's just these 8 3-digit numbers that are written
Okay.
out on this scroll.
Well, we're going to have to see if we can find use for those later, because I have no idea what those could be for.
Okay. So out of here, there is this hallway to the east here.
And so we enter back into this main area, and the betraying Duergar
Yes.
that we met before, he's vanished, or is he still around?
He's still there, and he is willing to travel with you.
Oh. Say, well, we looted the hell out of that room up there to the north. And it's a nasty trap. But we did find, that found this whole bunch of numbers. Do these make any sense to you? And I'll rattle off some random groupings of 3 numbers from 1 through 9 as I'm looking at the scroll, and the numbers I'm rattling off are absolutely not these numbers.
He says that those sound like the combinations to get into the treasure vault.
Ah, sweet! Roll it up and hand it to Sam.
Sure.
So he is going to travel with you as a companion, at least for now. Which of you wants to take control of Drek?
It's nice to have a meat shield.
All
Yeah,
right.
Sam, take him.
Okay.
So Sam should be able to move Drek around.
And Turpin is going to consume a mega. Well, let's see what he can replace the regular potions, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let's see, 5, 10, 20. If I drink both of those, then Yeah, in an emergency, you want to have your big healing potion. So I'll start with the little ones and go up.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, you get, now would be a good time to drink a healing potion if you guys want to.
Yeah, I'll start with the greater. Let's see, what's the greater one do again?
Let me grab
44 plus 4.
There you go.
Sweet, so that's 48 then, right?
That's how I like to hear it too, yeah.
Well, that was not bad at all.
So I've just used them all up, and they're gone. Drank 2 of them.
All right. I would say that what I've learned in 5th edition is that traps can be way more deadly than the monsters.
Oh, well, yeah, because the DM gets to just put some damage numbers by the traps.
Right. Yeah, and it's basically just a saving throw, and like, oops, I guess you're screwed. And you take half damage if you succeed, so so they can be pretty vile. So Drek tells you that, let's see here. He tells you that somebody named Grandolpha Muzgartd is going to want to speak with you. He says, I think that you can be useful to Grandolpha.
Okay, and Carl wants to recall, because it's been a little bit of time, what are we doing up here? There's the dragon, right? That was going to wipe out.
Right. So you were basically entreated by the town speaker and the sheriff of East Haven. They had captured a Duergar skulking around their town, and basically after interrogating him, they learned that Xardoroc Sunblight is creating a Shardolin dragon construct that he's going to use to destroy the 10 towns, and they wanted you to come to Sunblight Citadel to put an end to it. But the dragon left from the Citadel as you were going in, and you guys decided to just continue on, maybe finding another way to deal with it from inside the Citadel, because, you know, you'd have to climb back down the mountain, get on your dog sleds, and rush back to the 10 towns and trying to catch up with a flying dragon. You decided that this was the better course, just to stay on target and continue with this course of action and see what you can do from here. So far, the only thing that you've learned is the dragon's flight course, and that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, so we are not going to be taking long rests, that sort of thing, unless we are almost dead, because, you know, the dragon is right now doing stuff.
Right.
And our mission is to find out how this thing is controlled and tell it to go to hell instead of attack all the 10 towns.
Right.
All right, let's go.
So,
yeah, we'll go talk to your
Grandolpha.
Yeah.
He leads you into here. Now, hang on here. Okay. Three braziers heaped with glowing hot coals illuminate and heat this hall. At the eastern end is a hexagonal stone table surrounded by 6 stone chairs. Seated in the chair facing the door is a haggard old Duergar with long black hair streaked with ribbons of white and fingernails like shards of iron. She is devouring a hearty buffet of cooked meats, mushrooms, and strange underdark fare. Lurking next to her is a small mechanical dragon made of a shiny black substance. Hunched over a hot stove in the west side of the room are 3 Duergar cooks. At the sight of you, they drop their utensils and reach for their weapons, but the old Duergar says something in Dwarvish that keeps them at bay. And Drek steps forward, and he says, Mistress Grandolpha, I have brought with you these adventurers who I believe are here to kill Xardoroc. And she looks at you, and she says, oh, well, you might be of use to me. And she kind of waves her hand at the 3 Duergar in the back, and they sheathe their weapons. And she says, please, sit, join me.
And we do so.
Okay. She tells you that she doesn't know the current whereabouts of Xardoroc, but she assumes that he's probably down in the forge. She tells you that...
we saw his dragon just take off as we were coming here.
Right. She says he has programmed his Charlatan dragon to follow a prearranged flight path. And she tells you that down in the forge, Xardoroc is capturing Underdark monsters, which he plans to unleash upon Icewind Dale. He has also captured a Myconid sovereign and is using its spores to reanimate corpses. So, have you guys run into Myconids before?
The little mushroom people?
So they are mushroom people, and they have the ability to expel spores that usually their spores are they're called rapport spores, and they allow individuals that have inhaled their spores to join them in a telepathic link. In this case, he's using these spores to create spore servants. So they're reanimating the dead as spore servants. She tells you, she says, Xardoroc has proposed an alliance between his clan and mine, the Muzgartd clan. I'm entertaining Xardoroc's offer, but I've not agreed to anything. And you see this little mechanical, black mechanical pseudo-dragon kind of whir as gears click in it, and it kind of looks up at you. And she tells you, this was a gift from Xardoroc designed to win my affection. She says, I have turned some of Sunblight Fortress's Duergar to my side. I plan to be done with Xardoroc and just take over his fortress. I think that you would be well able to assist me in that, and my 3 Duergar here, along with Drek, would go with you to help me in that endeavor. I can't allow my hands to get too dirty. I am the head of a clan, you see.
We certainly don't mind helping, because we have our own axe to grind against Xardoroc. But we saw the dragon is a clear and present threat immediately to our interests.
Yes, and that fool is going to bring down all of Icewind Dale upon the Duergar. That's something that we don't need, and I believe that we can help each other with this.
Yes. So do you know how this dragon is operated or controlled? Like, where is this pre-programmed flight? Is there any control from here that we can shut it down so that we can not worry about the immediate threat while we take out Xardoroc?
She tells you she's not sure. She says, I don't know anything about Xardoroc's Charlatan monstrosity mechanica hoosits, but she says, I would venture a guess that if there is some way to control it, it would be down in the forge. He seems to spend all of his time down there tinkering with the damned thing.
Well, then we will have to go down there and beat the instructions out of him before we put him out of his misery. This is all an old man act, because that seems like that's what she wants to hear.
She's like, that sounds perfectly acceptable to me. Hold on here. I'm going to flag these guys as friendlies. We'll give another one to Sam. These guys don't have names. They're just Duergar bodyguards.
Right. Mook number 1.
Right, yes. Meat shield. So here's one for Sam. And then these two will be marked as friendlies and given to Turpin.
I don't know a whole lot about Duergar society, but what little I do know says that I don't need to be nice to them, because that would be misinterpreted.
Right. Yeah. Duergar, you may not know a lot about Duergar society, but that is a safe assumption. So Duergar, yes, they're evil. As a society, they're evil. But they're not like evil for cruelty's purposes. They're simply blatantly pragmatic. Like, to a fault. They're just pragmatic.
Well,
now,
I'm not turning on any charm with these people.
Yeah, there's no need. In fact, they would probably be insulted that you tried.
Right. That's my impression.
Duergar, for the most part, most Duergar citizens are very careful to not say anything against the current ruler or society in general, and slaves especially don't. And the reason is because Duergar can turn invisible, and they have basically this communist type society where they don't know if there's somebody hiding in the corner of the room listening to everything they say. So they're very careful about what it is that they say.
Yeah, it's not paranoid if it's true.
Right. So she tells you, she says that to get to the forge, you would have to go down one of the 2 elevators. And she says that if you leave this room and go to the east and take the T intersection to the south, there is an elevator there. There's also an elevator back the way you came at the T intersection going to the south. So on the map, there would be one here.
Okay.
And then the other one is here.
And the difference between the 2, what is the difference between them?
They both lower down to different locations. This one, let's see here. The one to the east, where does it go? Looking at this map, she tells you that the one to the east will deliver you closest to the forge. The western elevator will bring you down to the nearest the mines. And the throne room. Which, the throne room, that Xardoroc might be in the throne room.
Yeah, he's been spending most of his time in the forge, right?
Right.
And we believe that he's down in the mines right now.
Well, she's not sure. She suspects that he may be in the forge, but the entire forge level, there's the throne room, there's a shrine down there, so he could be in multiple locations down there.
Got it. Well,
But the western elevator will get you closer to the throne room, while the eastern elevator will kind of put you almost directly into the forge itself.
so what do you think, Sam? He's been spending time in the forge, so maybe that's where we can shut down the dragon, or that's just where he's worked on this construct, and you would think maybe you'd put the controls in the throne room where it's most secure. What do you say?
I'd say it'd probably best check the workshop first.
All right, that's where we
Might
go.
find something, even if it can't stop it, might find something related to it that we could use.
Okay. So you want to go to the forge itself rather than the throne room?
Yeah, we'll go to this one to the east,
Okay.
and we'll mention that that's what we're doing in our plan in case old hag Hildegard there says, "What? That's stupid."
She's perfectly happy whatever you want to do. So for Sam, I am going to tint your guys blue so that you'll know which one is which. Let's see here.
Well, I can tell because the little cursors are active on my guys.
And then I will tint Turpin's red.
Yeah.
That way when they're on the map, you can tell which ones you control.
Also, so we don't just start wailing on each other's.
Right, there's that too. Yeah, friendly fire. The best fire is friendly fire. Okay, so you guys.
All right.
So, in this room, this room's really weird. So, braziers of glowing hot coals stand in the corners of this room, working to offset the cold air that flows through the row of arrow slits in the south wall. Scattered around the room are several training dummies made of wood and sackcloth, as well as 4 freestanding suits of plate armor. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room contains an elevator shaft with chains running up and down away from it. The chains are in constant motion, and you hear loud mechanical noises high above and below. And so you see this iron cage. It comes up, stops at a level, then it moves up to the top level, stops for a minute, and then comes back down, stops for a minute, and then goes down to the bottom, stops for a minute, then comes back up. It's just constantly in motion. And so when it arrives on your level, you just stand on it, and it'll take you to the next level.
All right.
That
Sounds like a plan.
OSHA violation waiting to happen.
Oh, it most certainly is.
Yep. And I'm going to ask Sarah to do her best to look out in areas that we're heading to see if we're going to walk directly into an ambush.
So Sarah flies down because the forge level is below you. Up above you is the ceiling level. She flies down and comes back up and reports to you that down below there is a Duergar hammerer guard. Now, if you remember the hammerers, they are the Duergar that are strapped into a magical suit, like a mech suit, and they're constantly tortured as they're operating this thing, which just enrages them. And he's directly below you.
And I'll ask, I don't know, Ed. I'm going to name one Ed, and the other one's name's Fred. So I'll ask Ed, what do you know about the hammerers? What drives them? what do they hate the most?
They are... So all of the Hammerers are 100% loyal to Xardoroc. And basically all of the Hammerers that are created... So he tells you that Xardoroc, part of the reason why so many of the Duergar clan are joining with Grandolpha is because Xardoroc has gotten paranoid and sees conspiracies all around him to make attempts on his life. And he tells you that presently, let me find this person's name. He says that only days ago, that Xardoroc had arrested the captain of the guard, a female Duergar, named Nephrin, and she was the captain of the guard. He had her arrested on suspicion that that she was attempting to assassinate him, and she is down below in the torture chamber.
Is there anything in the creation of these hammerers that?
Well, he's basically telling you that the Duergar that are in the Duergar Hammerers are essentially victims of the torture chamber and were then put into the armor because they were suspected of some foul deed. And by making them into Hammerers, they have become 100% loyal to Xardoroc. They're basically robots.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I've seen one of those hammerers before. So, back when they destroyed the abandoned inn.
Right. Well, you guys were a lot weaker back then too. You guys you're level 5 now, though, right?
Yeah, we're level 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you shouldn't have too much problems with it. So yeah, Sarah tells you that there's one directly in the room below you. You're going to run into him as soon as you step out of the elevator.
Yep. Okay, well.
I mean, or you can go to the other elevator. It's up to you.
Time is of the essence. We've got a dragon that's taken off and is going to kill lots and lots of people.
That is true. Okay, I will move you to the next level.
Yeah, I was trying to think if there was anything I could do with illusions, but it doesn't seem like it.
Okay, let me... Yeah, this is going to be a cramped space.
Well,
One here.
There it is. I was looking for the other.
Yeah, I haven't centered the map yet.
The other elevator. Yeah.
I'm going to assume that you guys want to use your meat shields first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this room's pretty cramped. And we'll just say the Duergar go on their own initiative, all 4 of them. I honestly thought you were going to go down the other the other elevator first.
Well, I mean, I could argue that either one of them would be better, but so we just rolled the dice.
Right. So, Sam, I will allow you to roll the initiative for your Duergar companions. And they have a +0 to dex, so it is just a flat roll.
Let's see. Drek has a 14.
Well, we'll just say they all go on 14.
Okay.
We'll just make that easy. And then the two of you need to roll. Wow, how did I... Hold on a second here. Let me re-add you, because I switched maps, and so I know this is going to be wonky. So, Turpin, you got a 12, is that right?
Yeah.
And Sam is now there.
Cool.
Jesus. Sam and his huge initiatives. So, Sam...
That or like 5 snow between.
So, Sam, on your 22, what would you like to do? Before your 4 Duergar go over and try to boot mosh this hammer.
Vicious mockery. So where is it?
He is right here.
Oh yeah, the only one not colored.
Right.
Yeah, we also have, or did we lose? I guess we lost the first guy that we ran into up there. He didn't come with us.
Yeah, he did. Drek's here.
Yeah, they're right here.
Yep.
Oh, he's one of your...
Yeah, he's one of the 2 blue guys, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, vicious mockery.
All right, so the hammer gets a wisdom save, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to go well for him. No, it is not. He got a 5.
Yeah. Takes 2 damage.
All right.
2d4. Rolled 1s on both. This could be a good night.
And so, does that mean he also has disadvantage?
Disadvantage on his next attack.
All right. Okay. Anything with a bonus action or movement?
I'm going to give Turpin a Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to save that for a saving roll. If that's...
Right? Yeah. And so this thing right here, this big slotted thing, this is a geared wheel that is constantly turning and trying to move this elevator up and down. So your Duergar, Sam, you can have your blue ones go first. I would say they are probably all within boot moshing range. So you can go ahead and make your attacks. So they would probably be using, they get multi-attack. They can make 2 million. Oh, sorry, wrong guy. They get 1 attack. At melee, they would be using a war pick with a +4 to hit. Other options, of course, are you can use your action. They can enlarge, which increases the damage that they do. And they get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Can I have you control them? Because it takes me long enough to figure out what I'm doing myself.
Yeah, if you want me to handle them. So they are both going. They're going to save their enlarge because they only get their enlarge once. They have to recharge with a short or long rest. So they're both going to make war pick attacks. Let's see how they do. 18 hits. For max damage. For 10. Wait, wrong guy. Wrong guy. There we go. And the next one's going to make his war pick attack. But he misses with a 13. Turpin, did you want your guys to attack? Or enlarge? Or
What's their usage of invisibility?
So, they can turn invisible until it attacks, casts a spell, or uses its enlarge ability, or until its concentration is broken, up to 1 hour. And they can use that once per short or long rest.
Okay. Right. Alrighty. Yeah, they're going to retain their regular size and attack.
Okay.
And,
so you can roll the dice or +4 to
there
hit.
you go. That's my first one.
Nat 20. All right. So it is 1d8 plus 2 piercing damage, and it is ×2 because it's a crit.
So it looks like 6 plus 2 is 8, so that's 16.
Okay.
And then 16 damage, and then the second one attacks, and looks like he misses.
Yeah, he misses with a
Whatever, 5 plus
9. Okay, well, they softened this guy up pretty good. So, Turpin, what would you like to do?
Action, boom! Action, boom! Looks like the second one might hit.
The second one does hit.
So he takes 9 damage.
Okay.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to telekinetically shove him.
Well, you don't have to because he's dead.
Good. And then his lifeless mechanical body goes rattling up against the wall and falls to the ground.
Right. So there is a door to the north leading out of here. Direct tells you that the door leads to the shrine.
Okay. I will create an illusion of the door over the door.
Okay.
And only on doors that open in my direction. There's no point in doing it if they go the other way. So, and that's just my general operating procedure is if I can open a door where people don't see it open, I will do that.
Okay.
So roll a dice or whatever. But we're going to open that door secretly if possible.
Do you want the Duergar to go invisible?
No, they only get to do it once, right?
Right.
Yeah, but we need the door open so that Sarah can scout. And so, yeah, I don't want to waste it.
Okay, so you're trying to stealthily open the door. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm really good at that. That looks like, I also can add in a guidance because this is prepped.
Sure.
So 14.
Okay. So in here, inside this room, you can hear loud mechanical noises that seem to come from behind the south wall. That's your elevator. Standing in the middle of the room, facing the double door to the north, is a 7-foot-tall statue of a female Duergar in a scale mail robe. The top of its head, above the eyes, has been sheared off, making a space for a stone brazier that gives off a flickering flame. Chained to the statue's pedestal is an emaciated, malformed creature with rubbery purplish-gray flesh, a bulbous head with a metal plate bolted to it, and sinister eyes. And standing before this creature's like kind of chained to the statue and laying on the floor. Standing before this creature is a Duergar. Let's see here. He is soot-stained. He has a gray beard with a jagged black crown on his brow and a spiky black gauntlet on one hand. You can automatically see that the gauntlet and the crown are both made of Chardolin. This is Xardoroc. So
Okay. If he has not caught the door just being inched open so that I can take a look, I will slowly just kind of push it closed, or at least get it to where it's mostly closed, and tell the guys to go invisible.
okay.
Xardoroc is out there.
All right, hold on. Let me find Xardoroc's stats here. Yeah. So Wizards thought they were being clever once again by dividing up the appendix where the creature stats are, rather than putting them just in alphabetical order, because, that doesn't make any sense.
It'd be nice if it was an electronic format with hyperlinks.
Well, it would be nice if, like with Mongoose, if I buy a book from Mongoose for Traveler, they give me the PDF for free.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, I want the PDF, and I want to be able to click on links that jump and then do the back arrow to get back to where I came from. That's what I want.
Right. Exactly.
I'm so unreasonable.
I know. So ridiculous. And appendix, index would be fantastic. Where is Xardoroc?
And so
Here.
while you're flipping through there, I am talking to my guys and telling them that we don't want him to escape. So here's some rope, and I'm pulling rope out of my backpack. And I say, if you can get around to where you can have the rope on the ground, or behind him or something, so we can, when everything goes to hell, we can restrain him, then that's great, and we can beat the crap out of him, because we don't want him leaving.
Okay, so they go invisible.
These
Wow.
are tiny rooms. There may not be any way to get around them, but
They have no skill, but they did get a 14. His passive perception is only an 11. So your guys come up here. Your guys come over here.
and their job is the red guy's job is to restrain Xardoroc, and they've got they have grapple and ropes and all that crap.
Right.
Knock him to the ground so that we can pummel the crap out of him.
Okay. Everybody, go ahead and roll initiative. I'll roll initiative for them. Ugh. That's not fantastic.
Shit. Well, since I'm prepping, I'm going to add a guidance to that. So my initiative is 8.
Okay. You can make your initiative 8. Wow, and Sam got a 6. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. And Xardoroc. You throw him in there too. Nope, wrong guy. Move them back in. Shit. He got a 6 also.
Oh, my goodness. Lucky
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. Hold on a second. Okay. So, because you are surprising him, I suppose your bodyguards can go, your Duergar can go first. So, do you want them to try to restrain him first?
They're going to try to. We know he's going to enlarge. And since we were in that other room and we could talk about the plan for just a minute, we're not going to take forever. But if they knock him to the ground and they have access to rope and things like that, is that a reasonable thing to?
So one of them would have to try to grapple him first.
Yep.
And then the other one could then try to restrain him with the rope.
Well, if you grapple and then you do a shove, you can make him prone.
True.
And if the grapple is successful, he is restrained.
Right. And then the other one could shove him.
And that gets him on the ground.
Right.
And gives him lots of negatives, while the other two and us can beat the crap out of him.
True.
Now, the question is, does enlarge change this battle? Because this is that concept, because that's not something I'm used to.
So right now they're invisible. So if your guys enlarge, it breaks their invisibility.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about
if
he's on the ground and prone, he's going to do something.
If he enlarges, it will give him advantage on his strength checks, which is grapple.
Got it. All right. Well, then we've got two. The other two were enlarged for the battle. The blue guys.
Right.
Does the enlarge last long enough, and can they go invisible, or is that
the
one and
enlarge lasts for 1 minute? And it doesn't say anything about. So their invisibility. They're enlarged and they're invisible. They would then become visible as soon as they make their attack.
All right. Well, let's get him on the ground, and then once that's happened, everybody gets enlarged and visible because there's no more point.
Okay.
And beat him up.
All right. So go ahead and make a strength check, and your Duergar has a +2.
Yeah, looks like that's a 9.
And he got an 11. So the first one fails on his grapple.
The second one we'll try as well.
Okay. So the second one tries to grapple as well.
Oh my gosh, it sucks. Another 9.
So he got a 16. They were not able to grapple him. Sam, what do you want your guys to do? Are they just going to beat the shit out of him, or do you want to try to grapple him again?
Try to grapple him again.
Okay, so that is a strength check with advantage, and they have a +2 to strength.
Uh, 19.
Okay, so your guy grappled him. Hold on here.
The last one needs to knock him to the ground. So now he is grappled, which I believe it causes the restrained condition, which means his movement.
Actually, grappled and restrained are two different conditions. So a grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. And the condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effect, such as like a thunder wave.
Okay.
So
his speed is 0.
Right. He moves when this guy takes him with him. So the next guy is going to try and shove him, which would be another strength check. So you get advantage on that roll as well, +2 to strength.
13.
No.
With advantage.
Right, with advantage.
Yeah, 13.
Okay, so that fails because his armor class is 16. So he is grappled, which means all attacks against him are at advantage. And his attacks are at disadvantage. Dum, da, dum, da, dum. All right. So that was the surprise attack. He's perfectly aware that you exist now.
Oh, yeah.
Turpin, what would you like to do?
Oh, let's see. Well,
so if you wanted to Eldritch Blast, you'd be at disadvantage because the guy's got him grappled.
Right.
Well, it would be a normal roll because you would normally, because he's grappled, you would have an advantage on the attack, but because the guy is in front of you, gives you disadvantage, so they cancel each other out, and it's just a normal roll.
All right. I'm going to try to, let's see, if I do a shove, is that going to create the prone condition with him being grappled?
It could. Yeah, well, so here's the problem. He's being held by somebody who's enlarged. He's one size larger than you. If you shove him, you not being that size, you're going to be at disadvantage to shove him to a prone position.
Well, I was going to do I'm looking at let me copy this. This is the telekinesis. I'm going to paste it in roll 20. Okay, so that's one of the TK things. And the deal is, it says that I can shove him, but then it goes and gives specifics about moving 5 feet. So I think that is not a shove. I don't think that counts as a shove.
Well,
I think that's moving 5 feet.
Right. It's going to move. It's going to attempt to move him 5 feet, which would move the guy holding him. But the guy holding him has advantage on his strength save.
Yeah, I can't make him prone.
Right.
With that shove.
Right.
Okay. All right. Eldritch Blast. Boom. There's the first one.
That is a hit, and that is it.
There's the second one.
Both of those hit him.
And that's it.
Okay, so 15 and 14. Wow, those are some good Eldritch Blasts. Yeah, those are quite nice. All right. Nice. What do the 2 red Duergar bodyguards do?
I think we've done them all, right? The red ones.
Well, that was a surprise, so that's their turn again.
Yeah, we're still trying to get him on the ground.
Okay. So do you want?
So he is grappled, and now it's time to do a
So
attack.
So go ahead and make a strength check at +2 for your blue one that has him grappled, and he has to oppose that. And you have advantage on that roll because he's enlarged. He got a soft 20.
I'm looking to see how I can do advantage. I'll do that. Let's see. And you said it's +2?
Yes.
Let's see if that worked. Okay, it didn't work, but it looks like a 17 and a 2 is 19.
So it fails because he got a soft 20. So This guy can try to shove. And the other guy... So the other guy got a 10.
All right. I think I rolled for a blue guy anyway, so I shouldn't be doing that.
Right, that's fine. I see what you're trying to do here.
Get him on the ground.
Yeah.
Are we waiting for a roll?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll. You get another one with advantage.
So it looks like a 17. A 6 and a 15 on the die.
Okay.
Plus 2 is 17.
Okay, so he is now prone.
Yay! So now he's got all sorts of disadvantages.
So melee attacks within 5 feet of him have advantage, but ranged attacks are disadvantage because he's prone.
Right. Right.
And so this blue guy is also prone because he is still grappling him. Oops, wrong button.
You're DM, and so that's how it goes, but I don't believe it's required.
Well, there's really no way to grapple someone if they go prone, they would fall out of your arms.
Well, the police do it where they throw somebody on the ground and they've got their...
But that wasn't what was happening. The guy grappled him and then failed trying to get him on the ground, so the other guy shoved both of them. I mean, you can't... Yeah, I mean, if only one of them... If only he went down, he would be free of the grapple. So both of them went prone, but he's still holding on to him. So his movement is still 0. He can't get back up. At least not yet. What do you want the red ones to do?
Well, now that he's down on the ground, they're supposed to beat the snot out of him.
All right. So whoever wants to roll for their attacks, they get war pick attacks at advantage. And they're still regular size, so it is a +4 to hit. And they still do 1d8 +2.
Okay, Brady, go for it.
So, you said 1d8 +2 and something to hit?
So it's a +4 to hit.
Okay.
And you have advantage.
Soft 20 to hit.
That hits. So 1d8 +2.
10.
Okay. And your next attack? The other one, rather.
Uh, 7 to hit.
So that's a miss.
with
advantage. Yeah, you know, it happens.
These Duergar suck.
they're fucking mooks, man. I mean, they only have 26 hit points. Actually, they're doing pretty good when you get 4 of them beaten on their king. So, Sam, what would you like to do with your turn?
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
So you'd have to move to get into visual range. Like right here would be good. Yeah, there you go. All right, so he gets
going, hello.
He gets a whiz save. No, he gets a whole whopping 7.
4 damage.
So now he's going to be at like quadruple disadvantage.
His world is unraveled quickly.
Yeah, he's not having a good day. I mean, here he is in the church, you know, doing his thing, and then you guys come in
and mug him.
Right. It's like a Baptist church in the South. So, what do you want to do with a bonus action or movement?
That's it.
Okay. So, I have to look at this. Interesting. All right, so he's going to enlarge. Well, the first thing he does is that from Sam... Oh, wait. Does that have to be... No, if he's damaged. So he uses a reaction on Sam for Hellish Rebuke. Sam, make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw.
Easy. 13. Easy.
Okay. So Turpin, you see Sam suddenly flash into flame, and Sam takes 11 points of fire damage. And then Xardoroc enlarges. And that's what he will do for this round. All right. Turpin, what would you like to do?
Well, I can see him. He's enlarged, but he's on the ground, so I'm going to blast him.
All right.
At disadvantage.
Actually, it's a regular roll because he's still tumbling around on the ground, but you would have advantage. Oh, wait, no. I guess it would be a disadvantage because that's 2 disadvantages to 1 advantage. So that means you're at disadvantage.
Yes, that's right. We need a calculator.
Right?
Well, the first one misses no matter what.
Oh, it's a nat 1? Shit.
Oh, it's 2 nat 1s.
Wow. Okay. So
I'll just forfeit my second shot.
This
or
guy...
Put my finger off or something.
This guy... The guy that's grappling him...
Oh, God. I'm shooting my own allies. This is a common theme.
Takes 15 points from your Eldritch Blast. He's like, hey! Did you want to shoot again?
Yeah, I don't care about those guys.
18 hits.
Here we go.
All right.
Walk it off.
That pissed off Xardoroc. Anything with bonus action or movement?
I'll telekinetically slap Xardoroc in the face.
Okay. Your Duergar bodyguards. So the guy is... I assume that the one guy's going to maintain the grapple, correct?
Yes.
What about the other blue guy?
Beating on him.
All right. So
that's Cody's people.
Or Brady's people. So Brady, go ahead and make a war pick attack. It is +4 to hit. Let's
19 to hit.
That hits. And because he's enlarged, you do 2d8 plus 2 piercing damage.
There's no way this guy's coming back from this.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got this. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Okay. Turpin, what do you want your 2 normal-sized red guys to do?
Well, I don't know, whatever. The plan is to wail on them. So, looks like, a nat 20.
All right, 1d8 plus 2, and that is doubled, times 2 for crit.
Oh,
So
looks like 8, max damage plus 2 is 10, and doubled is 20.
Okay.
These guys don't like Xardoroc at all.
No, they do not. Go ahead and make the next guy's attack.
Okay, whoa. So he slams the other guy's hand or something because he rolled a... Well, it was with advantage, so he technically rolled an 8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah, so no, he missed. Okay. Sam, what would you like to do?
Tried and true vicious mockery.
All right, you're going to viciously mock him again. Nat 20.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I rolled that and I almost started adding. I'm like, no, I don't need to add anything. It's nat 20. He automatically saves. Anything with bonus action or movement?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So Xardoroc, now that he's big and buff, Turpin, or one of the blue guys, I guess that's Sam, actually. So Sam, make a strength check. It's +2 to strength, and you have advantage.
Six.
Okay.
God,
And he got an 18. He got an 18, so he is no longer grappled, but he is still prone. But he doesn't have to be.
It did take his action to do that, thank goodness.
Right, so he's not grappled, and he's going to spend half his movement to stand up. And then, I don't know if he can do anything else, but let me see.
I think the grapple rule says you can use your action to do a strength check.
Right, but he might have a bonus action. Let me see.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
He does not. Okay. All right. So he's at least standing. I guess that's better than the alternative. Turpin, what would you like to do?
Well, let's see what I do.
And he's standing. That he stands up from breaking out of the grapple, and he's looking around these four Duergar, and he's like, "You're all traitors! I knew that there was a conspiracy to kill me." Remember, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean you're wrong.
Nope. Well, here, eat fire.
Are you casting Fireball or Eldritch Blast?
No. My Ifriti
Right.
patron adds like a point or something of damage, and that's flame, but mostly it's force.
Okay, so that hits for 10.
And the second one misses.
Okay. Anything with bonus action or movement?
There's no point to shoving him around, so I'm done.
All right. Your two blue bodyguards, Turpin, or Sam, what do you want the blue guys to do? They're enlarged.
One of them's going to grapple.
All right. Go ahead and make a strength check at +2, and it is at advantage.
16.
All right, so you grapple him again. What do you want your other blue guy to do? He could technically attack him at advantage.
Is he still on the ground?
No.
No, he stood up.
But he is grappled.
Let's get him on the ground again.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check at +2 at advantage.
19.
19 as well, and so they even out. He is not thrown to the ground. Red guys, what do you want them to do, Turpin?
Knock him down.
Okay, so yours is just a regular strength check at +2.
All right. Oh, okay. So regular, boom, looks like a 10, and then the second guy, regular, is another 10. So they're just worthless.
The first one he got a 21, and the second one he got a nat 20. So he is still up. Sam.
I'm feeling less and less guilty about accidentally hitting one of the mooks.
Right? Sam, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast distant whispers.
Okay.
Yes, roll this down. My charisma save.
Charisma save. Well, that's good for him.
Wait, no, this one's wisdom.
Is it wisdom?
I wrote the wrong thing. Yeah.
So he gets a 12 to save.
You are.
Holy crap, Sam! Did you actually succeed?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! This we're gonna have to document this one.
It is. It's being recorded.
12 damage.
Oof. Okay, and is he at disadvantage then with that one?
No, he has to use reaction to run away.
Well, then he can't. So he uses his reaction, but he can't go anywhere. Okay. Anything with bonus action or movement?
I'm fine over here.
Okay. Let's see here. He's going to bring his... What is he using? He is using his spiked gauntlet up to punch the guy in the face over his shoulder that's grappling him. Oh my God, are you serious? 13, he fails. I rolled low both times. Damn it.
That's a hard swing to make, you know?
It
You don't
is.
want to over your shoulder.
It is. Okay. So that's what he can do. God, I was hoping that I would connect, because if he connects, he gains hit points. Because he has Psychic Conquest, so he would regain 1d... He does an additional 1d10 psychic damage and regains that damage as hit points. So, Turpin, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna let me think about. I'm gonna hit him with Eldritch Blast. Disadvantage?
Yeah, you'd be at disadvantage. Well, no, it's just a normal roll.
Okay, I'm good either way. Whoa! Nat 20, and I did 15, and
so he's going to take
double it,
30.
Our rules, that would be 30. But
Yeah, you down him. He goes crashing to the floor with a big hole in his chest. Xardoroc is no more. Now, of course, nobody knows about this. However, your four Duergar companions, basically at that point, they're like, we're going to go report to Grandolpha and let her know that Xardoroc has been slain. That's their orders.
All right.
And hold on here, I will tell you more about this room. Assuming that there's anything more in this room, but I know that there is. So. And he's dead. All right, so this room... Hold on here. So many bookmarks. So in this room, at the chain to the base of this statue, you realize that this creature with the metal plate on its head and a purplish skin is actually a mind flare. And this mind flare, Xardoroc, in his torture of this mind flare, cut off of his mouth tentacles. And so this mind flare looks at you and goes, "Thank you so much for helping me." And he tells you that his name is Clondorn. He would have killed me if you hadn't stopped him.
I just ask him telepathically in deep speech, and why shouldn't we?
Oh, I'm sorry. His name's not Klondorn. His name is Fioral. So, I'm sorry. What are you asking him in deep speech?
What makes
telepathy? And why shouldn't we?
What makes you think that we saved you?
He tells you. He tells you. He says.
You said he was chained up or something, or there's a metal plate?
Yeah, there's a metal plate on it that's bolted to his head. His mouth tentacles have been clipped off, and he is chained to this statue of Deep Dura. And he tells you, he says, I know things about this forge. I can help you. And I'll owe you a favor.
The only thing that we want to know is how to stop the automated dragon construct that Xardoroc sent out.
He doesn't know anything about that. He tells you he was captured in the Underdark by the Duergar, which you can imagine is probably no small feat. It probably took several Duergar to do it. He tells you, he says, I don't know anything about it, but please hurry. The room to the southeast, that's where Klondorn the priest is. You don't want to interfere with him. He's terrifying.
All right.
You guys still there?
Yeah, it's like, okay. So tell me about the doors to the southeast. These doors right here.
He says that he tells you that's where the high priest Klondorn has his private chambers. He's terrifying.
There's only one reason we're in here while I'm looting Xardoroc's corpse.
Right.
So I'm gonna rip off his gauntlets and take any of the loot that he's got in belt pouches or whatever like that.
So he doesn't have a whole lot on him. His crown and his spiked gauntlet are both made of Chardolin, which probably has caused him to go a little bibbledy.
I'm breaking those.
Okay. While you're doing that, Sam, go ahead and make a perception check.
Seven.
Okay, never mind.
It's not a nat one.
It's not a nat one. There is that.
It was a 2.
So Fioral doesn't know anything about the Chardolin dragon. He was captured and brought down here. Basically, Xardoroc has been torturing him, trying to get him to give his psionic powers to Xardoroc, which everybody knows is absurd.
Yeah, unless you've been wearing a Chardolin crown.
Right. Then it makes perfect sense.
Right. So, yeah, I'm doing the Duergar a favor by destroying the Chardolin artifacts that Xardoroc was wearing.
Right.
Well, alrighty. Well, Sam?
Yep.
I don't think we can leave a mind flayer chained up here. This is pretty cruel to leave a mind flayer chained up here that just saw all this happen.
If you let me go, I'll owe you a favor.
Yeah. I'm going to see how much damage my dagger can do in his brain stem.
Okay. So, you're just going to kill him?
He's a freaking mind flayer.
True.
Yep.
Okay.
He's dead.
I
can't leave him chained up either because he knows about us and what we're here for, and so yeah.
You kill the mind flare, and as you do that, these doors open up, and and in walks the room beyond the doors. The room is filled with stacks of granite tablets. Behind them lurks a long bearded Duergar wearing black robes and a tall black mitre hat. He looks like he's wearing a pope hat, except he looks like a Duergar pope. And he steps out and he says, "You have interfered with my plans."
Your plans were crap.
And he then takes his true form as a barbed devil.
No shit.
Everybody roll initiative. Why is it that whenever I have to roll initiative, I get a shit roll? I don't understand.
Yeah, compared to mine. Okay. I want to hear about how shit your roll was.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't get to prepare for this one.
Right.
I wanted to add my guidance in on that one, but I don't get to.
All right. So Sam, you kind of hear this from around the corner, and you hear Turpin be like, "Oh shit, what do you want to do?"
Elevator. Get the hell out of here. See you later, Turpin. Bye.
Good luck, everybody else.
I'm just gonna peek around the corner.
Okay. You can see those doors are open, and there is a barbed devil standing there.
Well, that's bad. A little bit of badness.
I have a feeling you guys are going to get level 6 tonight.
Or die.
Or die trying, yes. Wow, is this guy... I'm almost wondering if this is a misprint. No, it says he's a barbed devil. I mean, clearly, this guy's kind of like the mind behind the throne.
I'm going to cast blindness on him.
Okay. What kind of save does he get against that?
Constitution.
Okay. $21 to save.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. So, anything with a bonus action or movement?
I'm gonna move a little bit further back around the corner,
Just out of his range of sight.
just so like my head is just barely peeking over like a little kid spying on something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run, Sam. That's what Turpin says. Run.
And
You know what they did when in the Lord of the Rings when they found the Balrog, right?
yeah.
They ran.
So he's going to run up to Turpin, and he gets to make a tail attack and 2 claw attacks. 19 to hit with the tail.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, he does have to beat my armor class of 10.
Right. Yeah, we need to do something about that.
Well, my plan to do something about that is to stay at range. I think the plan just went to hell.
So 9 points of piercing damage with his tail.
Okay.
He's then going to make his first claw attack. 26 to hit.
Yeah, I think that barely makes it.
For another 9 points of piercing damage. And his second claw attack, 18 to hit for another 5 points of piercing damage.
Yep. Run, Sam, run.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Turpin, what would you like to do?
My bonus action is to TK shove his disgusting spiny butt away from me.
Okay, so he gets a strength save, is that right?
Yeah.
Nat 1.
All right, so he's 5 foot further away from me.
Okay, so he
That
goes,
was my bonus action.
and he's up against this wall.
Boom. And then I puff out my chest and unleash my most powerful spell, Misty Step.
Nice. Where are you Misty stepping to?
And I go over here. I would love to get further away.
Right.
I go there.
Okay.
And since I don't know anything else about the rest of this place, I use the rest of my movement to come over here and as quickly as possible, I want to get on that elevator to anywhere.
Okay, so you get into this room and you see the elevator coming down, and it is full of Duergar.
Better than that.
So when I say full of Duergar, there are like 6 of these tubby little bastards stuffed into this elevator cage, like to the point where they're like the furs and whatnot that they're wearing are like puffing out of the square grid of the cage. So they're like crammed in here. And they're all grumbling in Undercommon as this thing comes down. They're like cursing in a mix of Undercommon and Dwarvish.
Dwarvish I understand, but Undercommon I don't.
Yeah, they sound a lot. They're unhappy about being crammed into this elevator, but they sound a lot like the kid from A Christmas Story when he's beating the kid up and he's got him laying down on the ground. Just, just going nuts.
Right.
And so this elevator's slowly coming down, and it's full of dwarves. Sam, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attempt to blind him again.
Okay. $26 to save.
21 didn't work. 26 won't work on him. I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you run in here just as this elevator is coming down, and the gate to the elevator, it's one of those accordion style gates. It slides up, and the first 2 dwarves kind of fall out. The other 2 come out, and they look at you, and they're like, You stay here. We're going to go deal with this, with the high priest. He's a friend of Xardoroc's. We can't keep him around. And they run up through this door, and you could hear...
You mean the bearded... You mean the barbed devil?
You hear them go in, and they start getting into a fight. The elevator starts to go back up.
Well, these are dwarves or Duergar?
They're Duergar, which are dwarves.
All right. Well, all right. I mean, if I have meat in front of me, I'm feeling a whole lot better. So that's good.
Okay. So the Duergar are not doing real well.
No.
One of them hit him. Okay. So he is engaged with the Duergar. He is going to have to deal with them. So he is going to do a tail on one and miss with a 12. I can't believe it. He's going to do a claw on another. Oh no! He gets a nat 1. And falls.
That means he broke a nail.
He falls prone, and one of the Duergar gets an attack of opportunity, but misses with a 2. So this looks like, Keystone cops get into a melee fight. They're breaking up a bar brawl. And that's what's going on. You can just hear all sorts of shit going on in this room. Meanwhile, the elevator is going back up to the next level.
Yeah, no, Turpin's going to come back up here and see what's going on, but he's going to drink his superior healing potion.
That's probably a good idea. You might want to, yeah. Now, if you want to drink more potions, now's your opportunity.
There we go.
Healing spells and healing potions, now's the time. So your action was to drink a potion. Did you want to move from where you're at or stay there for now?
Yeah. I'm going to move up to where I can see what's happening.
So you can also go through these double doors if you want, which also goes into the priest's room.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do that. I will. I'll go through those doors.
Okay. So in this room, looking around, make a perception check.
17.
So you see that there are these stacked tablets all around the room, and you can see one that is on a table that has been partially chiseled in, and these stone tablets, all of the writing on them is in Infernal. I don't know if either one of you can read Infernal, but
that's my language. I know Dwarvish and Infernal.
Okay, so you recognize that on these tablets, the Infernal script, basically it's the Devil's Manifesto, in which Klondorn reveals that Asmodeus, in the guise of Deep Dura, which is one of the Duergar gods, is using the Duergar to further his interests in Icewind Dale. There are 92 tablets stacked about the room. Each weighs about 50 pounds and is 1 foot wide, 1.5 feet long, and 2.5 inches thick.
Oh, this sounds like something I definitely want the Duergar to find and read.
Right. Yeah. This might clarify things.
Yeah. Let them know they're being played. So, yep. All right. I'm not taking them.
Okay.
And I'm not destroying them or taking them. They're going to stay there.
All right. Sam, what would you like to do? No, you guys have more potions left in your kitty, right?
Let's see. I have 3 superior potions at this point.
Okay.
I had 4, now I'm down to 3.
I don't know if Sam probably hasn't taken any real big damage this time around yet.
You would be surprised.
Or you might still be hurting from last time. So I mean,
I did take a lot of poison.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you saw that gas cloud come out, and you're like, "Oh, the best idea right now is for me to hold my breath," and you inhaled all of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink superior.
Hey guys, there's a bong at the bottom of this chest.
How much does a superior potion do?
It is
8d4 plus 8.
There you go. I love it when my players write stuff down.
Hey, if you look on Roll20, I made a little hot button for it.
Nice.
And I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones.
Good. Get your hit points back. I will be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a 60-second break myself.
Okay.
Been there at 4 o'clock. Well, if they can't pass the drug test.
Okay, I'm back. Are you there, Brady?
Maybe they don't have
Nope.
there are certain things.
Did you see my comment about magic mouth?
Yeah.
I've been trying to think of how to abuse it. Like have your... One of them was have a ton of little, like a beaded necklace or something that have mouths on them. And each one of them says, if you see anything within a 5-degree radius that looks like a threat, then say, there it is, or something, so you basically, nothing can come up behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know where it is. Or make a radar ping. Ding.
So I've been playing. I been playing Battlefield 2042, and it just came out today. And you can do that in that game. You can, if you see a target, you can mark them so that all of your other everybody else in your squad can see him too. Or will know where he's at. Which is quite useful if you spot a sniper. Because usually how that works is I spot him, and then he shoots me in the head. So. But hey, at least I die knowing that everybody else is going to rock his world, but whatever.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about seeing a sniper is that the sniper can see you.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So, Sam, did you get hit points back?
Yep.
Okay. Anything with a bonus action or movement?
I'm gonna go back over here.
Okay. So you can see around the corner that these 4 dwarves are wailing on Clondorn. And as you're running away, the elevator's coming back down with 4 more dwarves in it.
Okay. That's good to know.
So Clondorn is going to attempt to even his odds once again. And fail with an 8. And okay, so he hit that time, and he kills one of the dwarves, or one of the Duergar. And his second claw slash hits that time. He's killed 2 of the Duergar that are attacking him. Those 2, that's a hit. That's a miss. They are ganging up on Clondorn. Turpin, what would you like to do?
Well, let's see. I think I'll move up to these doors that are probably still open because when Clondorn came through, unless he's
Yeah, he didn't close them.
Yeah.
He was a devil that was born in a barn.
Well, it's not every day you find some stranger with a dagger sticking in the skull of your torture victim.
Right. Hey, I was playing with that.
So I'm peeking around the corner and I'm watching blood fly everywhere while this spiky looking devil is destroying the Duergar, right?
Yeah, they're down by half, but Clondorn has taken quite a few hits himself.
Well, I will keep half cover there in the door.
Okay.
Just kind of reach my arm around there and let's see. Yeah, this is probably the best thing I could do is the Eldritch Blast him.
So,
and if I'm at disadvantage,
you will be at disadvantage.
Okay, so it's an 18.
That's still a hit.
So he takes 9.
Okay.
And for the second one, let me click on disadvantage so it's not so ugly. 12.
12 is a miss.
Okay.
Okay.
And telekinetically, I'll shove him up against the wall again.
Okay. Well, there's nowhere for him to go, so he's stuck up against the wall, and these 2 Duergar are still engaging with him. Behind you, the elevator door opens up, and 4 more Duergar come out, but they don't immediately run to battle. Instead, all 4 of them enlarge.
Okay.
Because they're going to be smart about it this time. So anything with a bonus action or movement for Turpin?
No, I TK slapped him. That was it.
Okay. Sam, what would you like to do?
I'm going to viciously mock him.
Okay. So he has to make a wisdom save, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He only gets a 12.
4 damage.
Woohoo! And he's at disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna have a harder time killing things.
All right. You're slowly whittling him down. Clondorn. Well, I guess he's going to deal with the dwarves in front of him. So he's going to make his 2 claw attacks. He misses one of them. He misses both of them. So he's going to make a tail attack. There he goes. He hits. And he kills one of the other dwarves. He kind of picks it. He like stabs him and picks him up like the alien from Aliens and throws him across the room. But he's still engaged with one more dwarf. So Turpin, on your turn, you see these 4 large-sized Duergar stomp around you, and they enter the battle. What would you like to do?
I would like to be somewhere else where I can stop the dragon from destroying Dugan's hole and then get the hell out of here.
You guys are able to see that there are double doors that lead out of this little chapel to the north.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking that way, tippy-toeing and giving Sam the come hither signal with my finger.
Well, yeah, I mean, Clondorn's engaged, so... And he's having a hell of a wedding night, let me tell you.
So we'll act, and as I get to the doors here, let's see, that's not very far. How far is that? It's not very far. 15 feet. And opening the doors.
Okay. So you open the doors, and this is the true forge area. You can see up here to the north that there is a trough of lava that actually goes into this main forge apparatus. There's actually like a hydraulic hammer that comes down and is used in the forge. Over here to the west, there is a large platform with some clamped arms on it. And you can see that there are spare parts laying around. But the biggest thing that you notice is that the entire area has erupted into combat basically it's a Duergar civil war. Up on these towers, here and here and here, are Duergar with arquebus that are firing down on these other Duergar that are coming in. The other Duergar are throwing javelins at them. There's just a huge combat going on all across this forge area.
Oh boy! So yeah, we're in the Death Star, and the stormtroopers are shooting everywhere.
Yes. And like I said, go ahead and make a Arcana check.
I really need to study Arcana, you know? I've made more Arcana checks for a warlock that doesn't know jack about magic except he's intrigued with it.
So, right. So, well, this is the difference. I mean, this is the difference between somebody just giving you power or actually, studying to learn it.
Yep.
On your Arcana check, you aren't sure what it is that you're looking at other than the fact that it's a forge, but it looks like this platform to the west there was something large on that platform. When you look up, you can see that there is a far above, like 40 feet above in the ceiling, there is a shaft that goes all the way to the top of the fortress.
Yeah, I'm all about that mechanical dragon, so I'm figuring that's where it was stuck.
Probably.
That where it flew out. I don't know much else about this place, but that dragon needs to be stopped.
To the east, in between these two guard towers, where these guards that are shooting at Duergar with their arquebus, there are a set of double doors leading to the east.
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to do a dash. I've moved 15.
Okay.
So another 15 will put me about here.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and do that. And that's my regular move. And then.
So then you got another 30 feet that you can move.
Yeah, I'm going to try and. Let's see. How far can I get? Yeah, because I'm sticking to the edges because at least one of these towers can't shoot at me.
Right.
While I'm doing that. So I'll come up to here.
Okay.
Hope that I don't get pin cushion disease.
Right. And you see these two double doors, and when you can open those double doors, this hallway, and this hallway is very specific.
And did I just as a bonus action? Did I see any of these? I can't tell friend from foe, right?
Right.
So
yeah, it's just a mess.
They all look the same to me.
Right. They all look like gray dwarves.
So, as my bonus action, if I'm going to see one of these guys that is on top of these parapets or whatever with crossbows or whatever they're arquebus, whatever they're shooting.
So an arquebus is basically like a blunderbuss.
Oh, okay. I'm going to yank it towards me with telekinesis and yank him over the wall.
Okay. So he has to make a strength save.
Yeah, DC 16.
Nat 1. So you pull this guy over the wall, and the arquebus comes and is in your hand.
Okay.
So this is basically like a flintlock shotgun, but it is carved. The barrel is carved to actually look like a dwarf opening his mouth, and that's the barrel of the gun.
Well, there is a panel that's beside the door over here that that has controls. And in order to open this door, I'm going to take the blunderbuss and shoot the panel.
Okay, so you shoot the panel.
This is my Star Wars.
Your Star Wars moment? Yes. So you shoot the panel. There is, at the east end, another set of double doors. Two sets of double doors frame this short corridor. Bolted to the walls are dozens of black boxes, each one measuring 8 feet tall and 1 foot wide, that give off a low hum. So when you open you shoot the panel and these doors open up, you just hear.
That sucks. I don't know jack about this blunderbuss or Articus thing, so I toss it here to the end of and that's the end. I toss it to see if anything explodes or shoots it.
So you toss this blunderbuss in there, and when the blunderbuss goes in between these black boxes or these squares on the wall, when it goes into the middle, you see lightning bolts shoot out and torch this arquebus.
Oh, great. Perfect. That's just the way this day has been going. So there's the charred arquebus there.
Right.
At the end of
Right. Yeah, it's smoldering.
Okay, it's the end of my turn.
Sam, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna finish mockery.
Okay. You can do that. 24 to save.
Wonderful.
I'm getting the feeling that this thing is pretty dang good at saving against magic.
So yeah, Devil, the Barb Devil has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at plus. He's probably plus
Well,
6.
he's got a +5 to his wisdom saves.
Because he's been rolling way up in the 20s.
Bonus action or movement?
I'm gonna see what's going on out here.
Oh, it is a party. You can, I mean, as soon as he opened the doors, you could hear, that it sounded like downtown Portland. And so there is just a raging riot of noise going on as this little Duergar civil war is taking place. But you don't see where Turpin ran. And evidently the Duergar in the towers aren't paying attention to you. They're trying to shoot their other traitorous Duergar that are causing problems for them. Clondorn is in deep shit. That's a fail. Ooh, he killed the normal sized Duergar. Now he's only got 4 enlarged. And he's got 1 more attack. And then he kills one of them. So he has 3 enlarged Duergar. Let's see what they can do. Oh, is it my turn now? Let me try. Nat 20. Okay, so Clondorn is in deep shit. Let me see what the other 2 do. Miss. Hit. The Duergar kill Clondorn. But you don't witness this. You just hear a echoing scream, otherworldly scream come from the chapel, and you assume that is probably the end of Clondorn.
You feel a disturbance in the force.
Right.
I'm finding it difficult for me to replace my mental image of a Star Wars battlefield here.
I know, right? I know. Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is such a great game.
Pew, pew.
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes. So, Turpin, you've got this hallway with these electrical boxes that clearly don't want anybody to step between them.
Now, what do I see at the, is there a control panel or anything on the other doors?
No. There's just double doors. And they don't even look locked. They don't have a locking mechanism on them. Just these 8-foot tall black boxes on the sides of the hall.
I'm going to use my bonus action to telekinetically push on the doors or turn the doorknob or whatever
so
you can do.
They swing open. And you see that the hallway, it crosses an intersection, but at the end of this straight hallway, directly to the east, is another set of double doors.
All right. So now that I know that I can make it through, I'm looking at the rest of this area that's a war zone, right?
Right.
And as far as I can tell, there's not any, I don't have any other place to go. I mean, there's some way over to the west. I can see like some double doors there, but I have to walk through.
You could try running and be like, ow, 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 ow.
Crap. Well, okay. So I moved back.
Did you guys get like a potion of resist energy or something like that?
Yeah, we have that. Well, it's like one potion.
Well, I mean, you could drink it, and then that would give you resistance to lightning.
Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with you, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, if there's some other way, but doesn't really look like there is.
Yeah, it's a straight shot.
I'm gonna move back because I don't want to lose Sam.
Okay.
So I move back and spot Sam
Okay.
and say, over here.
Okay. So, Sam, what would you like to do? Where do you want to go?
And then
Well, I mean, you guys are out of initiative as this clusterfuck happens around you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my good old pal, the only thing I know in this absolute mess.
So,
I said, don't go in there. Holy crap.
Sam, are you a straight bard, or do you have some rogue in you?
I'm a bard.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're so boned, it's ridiculous.
So you can see that these electrical arcs are going back and forth across these black boxes throughout this hallway.
Well, I'll say, Sam, we gotta get out of this place somehow. We've got this potion, and I pull it out. That gives us resistance, but only one. And I think you may be better able than me to figure out how to disarm it. But first, we got to get past it. You wanna do rock paper scissors? See who has to dive through all the lightning bolts.
It's like one of those, like the Diamond Heist movies where you have to do some acrobatics to get through the laser lights.
Yeah, and I'm going to be going through there at warp speed with my walker.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to do acrobatic flips when you have a walker.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to get shocked the crap out of me because.
Do you have any, does guidance work for skills or just saving throws? Or how is that?
Yeah, guidance works for
skills or ability checks and saving throws. So
yeah, I can give you guidance and I'll give you the potion of resistance.
I don't need that. I'm good.
What? No.
you don't want potion of resistance to energy or to electric?
You need to drink the potion of resistance.
No, I need you to have it. Because you're the one who can't avoid things.
That's true. His dex is really high.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the potion of resistance does, no matter what, if you get hit, you'll only take half damage. If you succeed on your dex save, you take half of half.
Look at the bones, man. I mean, the Arbicus.
Yeah, the arquebus is laying out there. The fucking shoulder stock is like charred and on fire. The metal parts of the gun are glowing red from getting constantly hit by electrical arcs. I will say that because of the metal on the arquebus, you will get advantage on your saving throw.
All right, let's do this together, and then maybe the energy can only hit one of us. I don't know.
So is one of you going to drink the potion, or?
Yeah, I will if he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm adamant about you drinking it.
Okay, fine then. I appreciate it, young man.
One of us is more guaranteed to get hit. I'd rather they be more.
And you get guidance. Because guidance only lasts. I can't do it for both of us because it expires by the time the next round. So you get guidance.
Inspire myself. Only you.
Well, you can give him inspiration. He can use that on a saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already have that. So we're gonna sit here for a second until I can feel a good guidance come on through. So there you go. It's been about 30 seconds. And okay, I think I got my patron's attention right then. So let's go.
Okay, so both of you need to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. And you get to make that at advantage. And if you've got guidance, add that. And if you've got inspiration, add that. So your bardic inspiration is what, a D6?
Yep.
So Turpin, you can add D6 to your saving throw with advantage.
Here's my save, and here's the D6.
You get to roll that. You get to roll that dex save again because it's at advantage.
Yeah, well, I did. That was a 12 and a 1.
Oh. So you still got a 17, so you still succeeded. So you'll take half of half. Sam, what'd you get?
27.
Oh, yeah. So Sam will take half. So let's see here. So let's see here. Sam, you take 11, and Turpin, you take 5.
All right.
There is
more hurt this game than ever.
Hold on. If you sit on a saving throw, you get temporary hit points equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die plus 5.
So you get 11 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
That's fucking nice.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
You just waddled through it, just totally unfazed.
So you run through, and there is a hallway that goes to the south, and then it seems to split into a Y going further south. To the north, you can hear the sounds of Duergar putting on armor and arming themselves. It sounds like there's a barracks to the north.
So we're going south.
Well, the hallway continues east to a set of double doors as well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that'll work. I want to get the heck out. I don't want to be in there with the war zone that's coming from the north.
Okay. So you go into the eastern room. Let me pop you in here. Hold on a moment.
Sam, what the heck happened with that barb devil? Oh, crap! Never mind.
So in here is a Duergar hammer standing guard. But let me describe the room. 2 featureless stone pillars support the vaulted ceiling in this unlit chamber. East of the pillars, a Duergar encased in an exoskeletal construct stands before a lowered iron portcullis. Its squeaky pinchers clenching and unclenching in nervous anticipation. A stone lever juts out of the back wall of the alcove to the south. So this guy is actually right here. And down here, there's a lever sticking out of this alcove. Yep, lever.
Oh, snap.
So everybody roll initiative. I'm going to find my hammer. There he is. Blah. You got a 10.
Turpin's heart can't take this.
So Turpin got a whole whopping 8, but that's okay. So Sam, you see this hammer. What would you like to do?
I'm sure we can reason with him.
Yeah, right? So what I imagine when I think of the Duergar hammerers, have you ever seen the black hole?
Yep.
The hammerers I think of as Maximilian.
Yep. Big floating robot.
Yeah, with twisty arm blades.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, they can only point forward. Evidently, he has no tertiary movement, so he's easy to dodge. Except for that whole anti-gravity thing.
Yeah. It works everywhere except in a black hole.
Right.
You gotta make sure they don't open the door underneath.
Right?
the nice little hatch that opens up to the black hole.
Yes, just open that door and send him out. So, Sam, what would you like to do?
Does he see us yet?
Yes.
Okay.
He's terribly concerned about the fact that you're not supposed to be in here. In fact, I will let you make a perception. Both of you can make a perception check.
I'm saying pull the lever. Because any chaos is good chaos for us at this point. Oh
Wait,
wait,
there's a lever?
Yeah, there was a lever in the southern alcove.
I'm gonna pull that lever.
okay. My perception roll is 18.
Nice. What'd you get, Sam?
12.
So there is a portcullis behind this hammer here.
Yep.
In that room, you can see that it is an unlit room that contains 4 alcoves on the north wall and 4 on the south wall. Inside each of those alcoves is a chest, and they are also closed with a portcullis. So each of these alcoves contains a chest. But the room itself is a dead end. Your guess would be this is the vault.
I'm
And
gonna
we
pull
want
the
to
lever.
close the door behind us.
Yeah, hold on while we murder this guy. We'll be back in a second. You guys continue your war. We'll be back in just a moment. Mr. Sam.
Pull the lever.
Okay, so you pull the lever as just as the doors are closing, you can see that the hallway behind you, the electrical arcs turn off.
Great.
Anything with a bonus action or movement? I mean, there's not very, very far for you to go, but...
No, I'm just gonna wave to him like, hey, what's up?
Hey, dude.
How you
The
doing?
Duergar hammer is not having any of this. I will roll to see which one of you I hit. 1 to 2, it's Turpin. 3 to 4, it's going to be Sam. I rolled a 2, so Turpin.
Woo! Sorry.
Oh, that's too bad, buddy. The hammer runs up to Turpin.
And it's an auto hit.
Wow. So, evidently, hammers are siege monsters. They deal double damage to objects and structures. He gets 2 attacks, one with his claw and one with his hammer. So, he will make a claw attack.
I'm not a structure.
He gets an 11, which just hits you.
Oh, easily. Yeah, I would be shocked if he misses.
He does 8 points of bludgeoning damage with his claw. And then his hammer, gotta bring the hammer down. He misses you with a 9.
Holy crap.
You're like, hey, I dodged something.
Wow. Can't we just get along?
So, Turpin, what would you like to do?
I'm going to TK him to try to get some space, some breathing room.
Okay, so he gets a strength save. He gets a 15 to save.
All right, so he moved back away from me a few feet, and then I'm going to unload on him. So the first, he takes 11, and he takes 15, so 26.
Nice. Okay.
And then I'm going to move over to this spot so that I can get any cover that is possible to have behind that pillar.
Okay. So that pillar will give you half cover, plus 2 bonus to your AC.
All right. Yeah, that'll help.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be great if he was using range attacks. Sam, what would you like to do?
So he's not buying that we're not here to murder him. All right.
They're robots.
Yeah, his singular mind purpose is to guard the vault. And you're not Duergar, so you're not supposed to be here. Specifically, not that you're just not Duergar, you're not Xardoroc, so...
I cast blindness again.
Okay.
Make a Christmas save. Bet you can't do that.
No, in fact, he got a negative -1. So he fails, and he is now blind. He is at disadvantage on his attacks. Anything with a bonus action or movement.
I'm going to give Turpin another bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Yay! And how long does blindness last?
Every turn, he gets to make another save.
It's a flash bomb.
Let's see. 1 minute, and at the end of each of his turns, he makes another con save.
Okay. Anything with movement or bonus action? Oh, so you gave him a bardic inspiration movement?
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to stay there with your half cover?
Yeah.
Okay. The hammer is going to run in a straight line, but he doesn't run very fast. He runs out here, swinging wildly, and misses everything because you're not there. And now he's going to make a save. He gets a 15 to save.
That meets.
All right, so now he's pissed off, and he can see, and he turns around and is like, cursing in Undercommon and Dwarven. Turpin, what would you like to do?
And Turpin and I can each understand our own half of that.
Yes, yes.
I pull the doors closed and yank on them really hard to try to see if is there a place I can stick a piece of wood through the handles or something.
Yeah, you find that there's like a spear, and so you can jam it through the door handles. And
I'm sure that this is like to the vault. Surely there's a lock on these or something. I don't know. But, so I'm gonna do whatever I can. I'll stick the little wooden triangle underneath the bottom.
So you find a spear in this northern alcove that you can jam the door shut.
Yeah, he'll tear through that door, especially because he does double damage.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I do that.
Sam, make a perception check.
21.
On the north wall here, in front of this portcullis, you see that there are 8 dials, like little geared notched dials that are, I'm sorry, there are 8 sets of 3 of these dials. And when it looks like when the dials are flipped, a number will turn. But the numbers are all in Undercommon.
Yay, I can read that.
And there's 8 sets of 3.
Cool. I'm gonna worry about that when we don't have someone trying to kill us.
Okay. What would you like to do with your turn?
Actually, I'm gonna take out that paper that has the numbers and stuff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start fiddling away with that.
Okay, so you're moving over and fiddling with the dials.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The hammer is pissed off, and he is going to make his assault on the door. Well, not with that, he's not. His claw arm falls off. He is damaged enough that his claw arm, he bangs it against the door and the arm just flies off. And the hammer hits, and you can see on the inside that splinters come out as this hammer with the spikes on the end of it kind of pierces the door. A couple more hits like that, and he's going to be through. Turpin, what would you like to do?
I am going to take the rope that has been at my waist since we were trying to use it against Xardoroc.
Yep.
And I am going to, as fast as I can, tie it around these 2 posts.
Okay. Okay.
About 10 inches off the ground or something.
About neck high for a dwarf.
No, this is to trip him.
Oh, okay.
I can't do any damage to him with it, but I make him fall down.
Okay, so you're tying this rope to these posts. Sam, you're about halfway through putting in these numbers. Are you going to keep putting in the numbers, or are you going to do something else?
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. The hammer is going to... And he strikes the door, and he busts the door open. What's his... Let's see here. Yeah, that's dismal. Oh my God. So he gets a 16 on his perception check and realizes that you have strung a rope and comes up here, and he is going to do nothing, but he is in melee with Turpin. Turpin, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna smack him to get him away from me with telekinesis.
So he needs to make a DC 16 strength save. No, he fails with a 7. And so he gets pushed back into this corner. That's as far as he can go.
And I will be like the rats that are all crawling over top of each other, like trying to get away from the cat while they're in a box.
Right?
Hurry up, pile the numbers.
So you still have a main action.
Oh yeah, so yeah, and I'll fling my bolts at him.
So because of where you shoved him, he has half cover around the pillar. So it's a +2 to his AC.
All right. So 18's the best I had.
That's a miss and a miss.
All right. Okay.
Both of them ricochet off of the pillar. Sam, you get the final numbers in, and all of these portcullises open. And all of the side chambers are open. What would you like to do?
I'm going in.
Anything with your main action or bonus action?
Actually, first I'm going to...
You could viciously mock him.
Or I could dissonant. Actually, yeah, I want to give him disadvantage. I'm going to mock him.
Okay. Nope. He gets another -1.
4 damage and disadvantage.
Okay. He is got a bloody nose. He's hurting really bad. He's missing an arm. And he's at disadvantage.
Now I'm going this way.
Okay. Anything with bonus action?
Nope.
Okay. The hammer... is going to run over here and make a hammer attack. It's hammer time on Turpin. 22 to hit.
Oh, that's a miss.
For 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And Turpin, what would you like to do?
Well, my bonus action, I'm going to try to shove him away again.
Okay. He only got a 10 for his save. So he fails. And
that has saved my behind.
He is pushed back against this wall.
Now I will quickly step around the corner.
Okay.
And use my Misty Visions. I will create an illusion of me and Sam holding hands, running this way.
So he gets a save, right? So is it a wisdom or intelligence save?
Let me see. It's a that is silent image. And I'm not sure what the. Let me see. Silent image. Hang on.
I would guess it would be a perception check.
Right. Second. It's okay. Action with the image reveals it to be an illusion.
If he touches it.
Huh?
If he interacts with it, it reveals it.
He has to touch it. Or if I forget to make the illusion step over the rope, which I don't, because I put the rope there.
So there's technically no save.
Well, it says, yeah, it can use its action to examine the image to determine it's an illusion with an investigation check against the DC.
Gotcha. All right.
That's the way it is.
Okay. So Sam, each of these alcoves has a chest in it. Or you can, try to end this guy. There's not a lot left to him.
I go this way and hide.
Okay.
I'm holding my finger up to my lips, like, be quiet.
Go ahead and make
I
a
see
stealth.
what you're doing.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Both of us? One of us? Whatever.
Just Sam.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
So you want stealth.
14.
Okay. So the hammer gets a nat 1 on his investigation check, doesn't notice you at all, and takes off after your illusion and is standing outside again. You see him turn his head left and right, and he goes south with a dash action, looking for you. He is effectively out of combat. So there are 8 chests in here. All of them are unlocked because they are behind, or supposed to be, behind portcullises.
Quietly, I say, let me use telekinesis to open these things, and don't stand in front of them.
So we're going to go, this is 1, 2, 3, you know. So the top 4. So let's see here. Each chest has a built-in combination. Well, you already did that. Chest 1 contains stoppered gourds, each holding a pint of fiercely hot liquor made from fire lichen, which grows in the Underdark. Each gourd can be sold to a tavern keeper in 10 towns for 10 gold pieces. And there are 12 of those. You're going to want to write this down.
Okay, got it.
Chest 2 holds a gold mask shaped like the visage of a male drow that's worth 750 gold pieces.
Okay, got it.
The mask is lying on a bed of 350 gold pieces. I don't know if you guys want to split that or put it in the kitty, however you want to do it.
Yeah, we're not in it for ourselves. We've been pretty good party folks. So
That's true.
so we're just grabbing it all right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Chest 3 contains a silver chalice shaped in the likeness of a spider and inlaid with 8 obsidian eyes. It's worth 250 gold pieces.
Got it.
Chest 4 holds a bundled up gray spider silk robe sewn with dark mantle eyes, wrapped inside which is a wand of web. The wand of web is the real treasure here.
Okay, got it.
Hold on a second. Yeah, wand of web is a good wand. On the southern wall, chest 5 contains a folded piwafwi. So a piwafwi is a spider silk cloak made by the drow that acts as a cloak of elven kind. However, it will lose its magic if it is exposed to sunlight for 1 hour without interruption.
Okay.
Chest 6 holds an amber headdress set with 3 large purple pearls worth 2,500 gold pieces.
Okay, got it.
Chest 7 contains a 2-foot-tall stone statuette of Demigorgon that weighs 50 pounds. Both of you need to make a DC 14 charisma saving throw.
25.
Nice.
14.
You saved.
Inspiration.
You saved. So,
Oh, you're right. I have inspiration.
well, you saved. You hit the number.
Okay.
If you hadn't saved, you would have both gained a short-term madness from looking at the statue.
Yeah, telekinetically, I've set it back down in the.
Just leave that one there. Yeah.
That one goes right back down in the chest after getting a look at it.
The last chest houses an inanimate Snurfneblin skeleton encrusted with yellow mold. Both of you make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, I made it.
Not 20, shit.
Hey.
What'd you get?
8.
Oh no, now I have to look up yellow mold. Hold on. Let's see here. Hazards. Dungeon hazards.
And this is when we moved the deep gnome statue.
Yeah, it's a skeleton that's encrusted with yellow mold. So, I'm sorry. Sam, go ahead and make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
4.
All right.
I rolled the exact same number on the die.
So, Sam takes 16 poison damage.
Great.
And you're poisoned for 1 hour, so you have disadvantage on everything.
Sweet.
I will give you a marker to show you're poisoned. All right. And that's the last of the treasure, and we will pick this up next week.
All right.
Also, I'm going to say that you guys have easily earned level 6.
Yay!
Especially with the two of you doing so well and getting through this without the rest of the party. Of course, you're dragging the rest of the party with you, but everybody gets level 6.
Yeah. Well, we did have a whole ton of stormtroopers helping us out.
That's true. Yeah, we'll pick up next week with the outcome of this little civil war that just went bibbledy all over the place. All right.
Well, Chris, thank you. That was a lot of fun.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a whole lot more realistic or just felt more like old school D&D than the group of 4 stands there and beats everything to death.
Right. Yeah. I got to move to this square and I got to move. This actually worked out a little bit better with freeform.
And this was more of the, occasional like, oh yeah, we beat it, and then oh shit, run.
Right.
So this was more.
Well, and so like, I don't know. I'm kind of learning a little bit from running my Traveler game, in that with Traveler, occasionally I rely on battle maps, but for the most part, I'm using Roll20 as like a way of, as like a whiteboard for throwing up images. Oh, this is what you see, or this guy looks like this, or this is stats for this, as opposed to just doing battle maps, because I get this feeling like constantly using the battle maps is leading to a strategy game, and I don't want to play chess. I want to play D&D.
Right.
So
I like the throwing up pictures of settings and just visualization. I'm not a fan of the battle maps.
I'm not either. I like using minis and stuff in person, but this ends up being more of a video game than anything else. So I don't know. I'm going to be probably shifting more my D&D game towards that, where it's going to be more whiteboard. Oh, this is what you see, and it's going to be more theater of the mind.
Yeah, I see. I kind of surf through Pinterest. I don't know if you've ever seen it before.
Oh yeah,
or that app, and there's just like so many photos of awesome settings and artwork of really great fantasy monsters or settings or characters. I feel like you could have a great D&D session just throwing up a picture of a castle on a hill and saying and
right,
saying go for it.
Well, and I constantly there's some players that can't wrap their head around, for whatever reason, the theater of the mind thing. They're like, well, how do I know if I'm too far away? Why don't you ask your DM?
Yeah.
You could just, am I in range? And the DM's going to say, it's a binary question, yes or no. I mean, I don't know. I find it pretty easy, but, that's me. Some people like, oh, well, I'm going to move here so that I can get this effect. Just ask. All you got to do is say, well, do I get an attack of opportunity, or do I, is my trip feature going to work? Or, oh, well, he's a caster, so do I get, automatic attack of opportunity whenever he's going to cast a spell? Whatever. All you have to do is ask your DM. It's that simple. You don't need to have minis. I promise you, you can play D&D with no minis. I did it for 25 years, easily.
Now, the terrible truth is that if you were a scientist and you looked at 100 D&D games, and every time that encounters happened, it basically doesn't matter. The heroes show up and defeat the bad guys.
If you have a decent DM, yeah. Because, from a DM, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. From a DM standpoint, if I do a total party wipe, and I kill you guys on purpose, and there's been a number of times where I could have done that, especially in the last campaign. I could have killed you guys outright. The encounter with Xanathar, I could have killed you.
I know, yeah.
The fact of the matter is, if I do a total party kill, I just killed my entire story.
Right, and that's the point. You don't really need all these dice rolls if the DM's telling the story, and especially if the players play along and don't just wade into everything like I've got plot armor.
Right.
If the players are playing with it, and you don't really need all this.
No, I am perfectly okay with killing one or two of you, but a total party wipe is really counterproductive to me, because even if I want to save the campaign, then it creates more work for me, because I have to create an entire adventure around what happened to you guys when you were dropped to 0 hit points.
Yeah.
Either you're resurrected and you're somewhere else and you have to get back to where you were, or you were captured and brought back to life to be tortured later and you're in jail cells. Either way, I have to create a dungeon around just that. And it sounds like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
To be real honest, after doing all the work to get the campaign to where it is already, it just seems like a lot of work. So, like I said, from 1979 to I would say from 1979 almost all the way to 2000, so it was longer than 25 years, I did not use minis. We had them. We purchased them way back in the day. The little Raoul Partha minis when they were still made of lead. I'm sure we licked a lot of them. And the fact of the matter is, we had them. We never painted them. We never used them. We were like, I don't know what to do with these. And we just played D&D.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I had a mini for some of my characters, but it was basically so I could just love on it.
Right.
I can go,
Oh, this is what I look like. And, that's the biggest thing for me for minis is that you can paint them and you'd be like, this is my character. Okay, now you have a 3D representation of you. But,
And I went and bought the 3D printed Turpin mini, and I'm like, oh, I love on it. It's awesome. And we're playing over Roll20.
right.
Fucking Roll20.
Right. Yeah. Kate bought her newest character, a custom made character on Hero Forge. Haven't painted it yet. In fact, the campaign that she was playing that character on fizzled, and so she's bringing the character back in and going to be back at level 1 for this new campaign. But she's like, she insisted. She's like, well, I bought the mini, so I want to keep using this. I really like this character, and I bought the mini, so I want to keep using it. I'm like, all right, well, yeah, do that. But, other than, individual battle maps, I don't know anymore. I'm really more of a theater of the mind person. I mean, it's really come out since I've been playing Traveler because it's so much ranged combat and it's so, situational and theater of the mind that it runs better, honestly.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Traveler games that we played. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, hey, man, if you want to play, we're playing on Wednesday nights. It's a 2-hour game every Wednesday, and we have room. So let me know.
Yeah, well, I have another game already on Wednesdays.
Okay.
But otherwise, I would be. Yep.
All right. Well, if we do something special, I'll let you know, and you can bring in your character. So, same goes for you, Brady. If you want to play on Wednesday nights, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Brady.
Have a good night, guys.
All right. Bye.